Benjamin III here with Century 21 Jordan Lincoln Company. Just wanted to say Happy New Year from myself and the Century 21 family. Now, wanted to take some time to share with you some information in regards to for sale by owners. Some food for thought. There'd be 7 things that we're going to be talking about here. Number 1 would be scams. Both seller and buyer need to be aware of scams. The seller can ask the buyer to pay extraordinary costs for earnest money deposit, and that buyer, if they're unrepresented by a professional real estate agent like myself, can pay more than what is typical. And later, the seller can walk away taking that money, causing that buyer to have to contact an attorney to help them retrieve that money back. Now, the seller, on the other hand, can be scammed by the buyer, and if the buyer, savvy, being unrepresented, seller unrepresented, the buyer can ask that seller to make repairs to the home that aren't necessary. And if the seller is not being represented, he won't know what things have to be taken care of and what things don't have to be repaired. Thirdly, the paperwork can be daunting. There is a lot of paperwork in that contract, and a professional real estate agent like myself can help you through that contract. Fourthly, is the seller can be left in a bad situation. Again, talking about contracts, if something is not filled out correctly, and the seller, if he or she is being represented or not, can see that and then unfortunately sue the seller. The seller has no errors and omissions insurance like a professional real estate agent like myself to help remedy those types of situations. And we also have to think about the 5th thing, which is an extended amount of time on the market for that for sale by owner property. Now, what we have to think about is it can go beyond 6 months of the listing time, up to a year. I've even seen longer. And that's just simply because of lack of motivation, lack of representation, lack of marketing, lack of exposure, and also lack of agent motivation. So these are all something to think about. The 6th thing is that the for sale by owner property can sell for less than market value, even sell for less than what the for sale by owner is asking for. It can be up to 16% or more. Again, something to think about. Lastly, no representation. No representation from a professional real estate agent like myself can make the for sale by owner experience quite difficult. But again, everybody has their choice on how they want to go about a real estate transaction. But if those things raise question to you, if you're that for sale by owner currently, or you're that person out there that's thinking about going the for sale by owner venture route, then please give me a call. I'll be more than happy to help you out. You can reach me at 559-909-0238, or you can email me at reprop721@gmail.com. That's REPROP 721@gmail.com. Again, Benjamin III with Century 21 Jordan Lincoln Company. Just wanted to say thank you for this time. And again, let's stay focused and have a 2020 New Year. No pun intended.